Babe, did you want to clean up that stuff tomorrow? Okay. One, two, mic check, one, two. Okay, yeah, I can hear. 1 second, y'all. I'm just trying to make sure my mic audio. Oh yeah, let me raise that. 1 second, y'all. I'm just trying to make sure my mic. Sorry about the echo. Okay. Oh yeah, let me raise that. 1 second, y'all. Alright. I'm gonna take a break from rank this one. Mirror match, please. Mirror match against you? Okay. I could do that. I'm gonna take a break from rank this one. Mirror match, please. Mirror match against you? Okay. I could do that. Just, what's your... What's your name? Oh, you're in the lounge? Okay. I was gonna send it, I usually do player match, but I don't know how I'll find you. We can meet in the lounge if you want to meet in the lounge. Where do you want to meet at?
I'm here with Bryan.
Hey man. Hey, how are you? Good. So we're in my office here in Soho, and we just presented the offer of 20 million for 25 more form. Okay. So we have good news. It's not the news you're gonna look for, but it's good thing on how you want to move forward. Okay. Let's hear it. So there's a lot of interest in this apartment. There's nothing else like it that's over 7,000 square feet with multiple exposures, especially on North Floor, which is prime streets inside that. Right. They really, really, really want to hold at their asking price. But
Preferably somewhere that's not crowded.
they'll come down a little bit. They'll come off 300 grand, 21.7, property is yours. Wow. Yeah. Okay.
Asia 2. Okay. What's your name? Alright, I'm chilling. I'm right here.
Not only is there a lot of pressure because it's a lot of money, but on top of that, this is Bryan's client. He's aiming
Okay.
for a much smaller budget. We've already pushed them to 10 million up. They'd just be like, we're done. You know, we've pushed us.
I'm looking for you right now.
We want to go find someone else. So I need this to go.
Oh, I see. We can sit right here.
He said, okay, well, let's do this then.
Get ready for the next battle.
So I'm not gonna just
Oh boy. Oh, okay. It's a little bit of delay, but maybe I can adjust to it. Nice. I'll play one more set because it's like very delayed. You're dropping your combos and it's very hard for me to react as well.
Get ready for the next battle.
I can well, I feel and I'm happy that I have helped you. I'm thinking about doing more guided videos on how to use certain things with Bryan. I know it's pretty delayed, and again, I know it's affecting both our gameplay, but I'm pretty sure there's a couple things I could tell you that help you. Nice. Oh my, I ducked. Oh, my buttons are coming out. Yeah, they just can't block it with the delay.
Get ready for the next battle.
I would like to keep playing you, but it's like an immense amount of delay. But best thing I could tell you is to poke more. When we was first starting, you didn't throw many pokes. You didn't use down 4 or down back 3 a lot. Those like really important pokes that will set up your forward 3 and your back 1 counter hits. Also, you didn't use down forward one or any of your mid checks off of anytime you were plus. That's really important. Also helps set up your counter hits. Yeah, no problem with that. That's the best I could do because it's like extremely laggy.
Get ready for the next battle.
When I saw the 2-bar, I was like, I don't know, maybe it's not going to be that bad. Maybe it's like one of those situations where Tekken is saying it's going to be a bad connection, but it's not. That was not the case, but I'm happy there was at least something that you could take from that. I wish the connection was better.
Get ready for the next battle. Round one. Fight.
Oh, okay. Hope it just clipped me. Really nice. I guess that's fair. Oh, yeah, that's perfectly fair. Okay. I don't know what he's expecting that's making him fuzzy. Yeah, what are you ducking and fuzzing for? Yeah. Is that what he's looking for? Get the punish. That's homie. Oh, I see you. You tried to rage art. Oh, that's smart. Yep.
Get ready for the next battle. Get ready for the next battle.
Oh, excuse me.
Round one. Fight.
Good luck, block.
Round two. Fight. Round three. Fight. Round one. Fight. Round two. Fight. Round three. Fight. Round four. Fight. Get ready for the next battle. Get ready for the next battle. Round one. Fight. Je te tiens. Coup de grâce. Et coup de grâce. Coup de grâce. Round one. Fight. Round two. Fight. Je te tiens. Coup de grâce. Destruction! You win. Get ready for the next battle. Get ready for the next battle. Round one. Fight. Round two. Fight. Round three. Fight. Round four. Fight. Round one. Fight. Round two. Fight. Get ready for the next battle. Get ready for the next battle.
Accepte ta défaite. Tu as perdu d'avance.
Round 1. Fight.
Je te tiens. Coup de grâce. Toi, ça. Coup de grâce.
Round 2. Fight.
Je te tiens. Coup de grâce.
Round 3. Fight.
Coup de grâce. Trop lent. Bon appétit.
Round 1. Fight.
Trop lent.
Round 2. Fight.
Trop lent. Bon appétit.
What's a tip I could give for better gameplay? I have to see your gameplay. Most Bryan players really just like that are struggling right now. I say the biggest thing is like having adapted to how T8 Bryan is supposed to be played, opposed to T7 Bryan. It's not the same. It's pretty much the same, but like you have to use certain tools more to compensate for your lack of counter hit launchers. Nice. Oh, shouldn't have hit me. Nice. Am I willing to watch your gameplay? Yes, I'm willing to watch your gameplay. if you want me to watch your gameplay, I can
Round one.
definitely do that. Just you probably have to. Yeah, I was just gonna say do that. You was a step ahead of me. I got you.
Round two. Fight. Round three. Fight.
Nah, man. Fair. I had to pay him back for fucking destroying me that first round. Okay. No problem. Can you retype your Tekken ID? I don't know what happened to it. It's like it just disappeared as soon as I looked down at the phone. Just retype it for me and I'll search it up right now. Okay. For whatever reason, the stream isn't capturing it, but I screenshotted it. Just give me 1 second. I'm looking it up right now for you. Let's take a picture of this. Okay. 36. And you can specify which game specifically you want me to look at, or does it not matter? G. Y. Okay. Which games do you specifically want me to look at, or does it not matter? I'm definitely gonna look at this Steve match right here, though, for sure. This will be one of them because this is a tough matchup for you. As Bryan, I always tell people I feel like Steve is one of Bryan's worst matchups, but it can go both ways depending on how you're playing. What's up, bro? That would be great. Okay, okay. I'll look at these Steve matches first then. And what's up, Soko? How you doing, bro?
Get ready for the next battle.
Cause
Let's go.
The way I look at this matchup is back one shuts down most of your pressure. Just woke up. I feel okay. I'm gonna watch it through and then I'll break it up in what I'm seeing. I feel you could have did. Nice combo. You went for the Oki. Nice. No punish. Good frame trap. What happened again right there? Let me see it again. You could have got that quarter circle 4 back there. You just dashed too deep. Because he didn't tech roll. You dashed in way too deep. It's a micro dash. The soccer kick has a longer hitbox than you think it does. He didn't punish it. He's okay. Excuse me. Okay. I see one problem that you're having. And I see the cause of it. I don't know if this was like a game that you were playing, you're just warming up. So a big thing about Bryan is his snowball potential, right? When you hit someone, he's usually really plus. Your jab is +8, 1-2 is +8, down 2 on hit is +8, down back 2 is +8. You know, you have situations that check the opponent that will allow you to continue your pressure. Let me see something. Controls for the left side of the character. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna switch to right side because I want you to be able to see this. Oops. Because what I was seeing is in that entire first match right there, you just didn't take your frames anytime you got to. Anytime you had an opportunity of taking your frames, you just didn't take your frames. And that's okay to take your frames and go for timing mix-ups when you have them respecting. But you can't do that until you check them first. So round start right here. You checked them with a down forward 2. I don't know if you realized it. And you was like, oh, you weren't expecting him to get hit with it. And you just threw it out and tried to back off because it's -6. But right here, if I saw this hit, you're supposed to frame trap. Your +6 right here, down forward 2 into down forward 1 is a frame trap, or forward 3. The only thing is that you get hit by jabs. That's about it. Oh, that's how. Okay. Give me 1 second. So yeah, okay, right here. Yeah, right there. Jesus Christ. Okay. You should have blew him up just like that. If you weren't gonna do that, you could have down 2 check right there. You could have down 4-1 check right there. But you need to take those frames. Probably could even 3+4. Yeah, you need to take those frames. You're not good at seeing hit. Yeah, okay, that's a big thing. And there's a drill that I can give you that will help you with that, because it's something that helped me improve. Because definitely, like, knowing when things hit and seeing and being able to visually react and take your frames properly makes a really big deal, especially when you playing a character like Bryan where you're so plus all the time. So you should take your frames right there. Okay, jab right there, you +8. You didn't take your frames. You should have 3+4 checked right there. If he crouched, he would have got hit. And you would have been +8 again. Okay, punch parry happens. Then duck this string. So this is specific matchup knowledge. When Steve is doing forward sway too high like that, he's only +3. Only thing he could do to check you is do forward sway in a while standing 1, which that requires a lot of execution on the Steve. So what I'll do sometimes here is I'll low jab or I'll sidestep and duck to see how they respond to me low jabbing. Because if you low jab right here, you stuff him out. You stop everything that he's gonna do right there. He can't really do much. Only thing he can do is sway, which forces him to give up some of that pressure. It alleviates a little bit of pressure off of you, which is nice because Steve is a rushdown character. That's a high. You didn't duck that high. That's +3. You can't mash on that, and then you ducked. Steve not really a character you really want to be ducking against. It's all highs and mids for the most part. Only time Steve is going 50-50 you is literally if he's in that range where he's at right now, where you see it on the screen. He's never going to be able to 50-50 you unless he's in that range for the most part. At least not with a detrimental 50-50. So right here. No one expects nothing like that, but you should have went for a hatchet or a back 1 or something better than this heat burst right here. Get you a little bit of damage, even if it was just a down forward 2-1 or down 2, but you need to hit him right here. Took your frames. That was good. Soccer kick, good. You don't know the did you not know the combo right there? Bad habit I have is just randomly ducking after. Yeah. That's a thing that PC players do as well. They tend to duck a lot after like certain attacks. Like they'll get hit and they'll immediately duck. Like I was playing against that bear player earlier. I did back 1 and he just ducked into a launcher every single time. People do that. That's gonna happen, but that's a habit that you have to break though, for sure. There's something right here. Yeah, the combo right here. Okay. You don't know the combo. Anything that you want to do, just down back 2 first. That works as well. And then you run full screen in the Oki. Or whatever you want to do. But just down back 2 first, that's all. Don't do 1+2-1 right away. That should be down back 2, 1+2, down back 2, jab, back 3, forward sway 2-1. If that's the combo route you was taking. So again, at this is the problem with Bryan versus Steve, right? You did quarter circle back 1 to try and approach. With that back sway, that's a 16 frame button. With back 1 is always gonna come out at 13 frames. So best thing you could do is threaten him at this range right here. Either want a 3+4, try and keep him away from you, cause then he can't get anything started. You up 4, keep out, jab, keep out. Don't up 4 a lot because he has Sonic Fang. But right here, you should either did nothing or try to place a 3+4. But most of the time you coming in versus a Steve, you want to be having some high crushing. A lot of the times I forward sway when I'm playing against Steve players, and I do a lot of down back 3 until they start ducking. That'll make them stop wanting to throw out back 1 as often, and then that'll let you approach with stuff like quarter circle back one or back one. But you normally want to approach with your faster buttons with Steve. Definitely don't want to approach with too many slow buttons. So you did something fast, but you didn't set up anything to make that approaching like that make sense. That was all right here. You never want to put yourself in that counter hit position. That was a risky back one, but that must have been a hard read. Okay. Right here, if people are staying on the ground like this, I'm pretty sure you probably guess he was going to tech roll or press a button. The soccer kick will hit right here. So normally what I'll do, I'll either go for soccer kick if they're staying on the ground, or if they're waking up off the ground and they're pressing buttons, I'll do quarter circle back one, because it forces them to tech roll straight into a -5 situation. But the quarter circle for 1+2 was good here, but soccer kick covers more options in this situation. So that was good. Tried to punish it. Soccer kick hit tech roll? No, it doesn't hit tech roll. It'll whiff. If they're tech rolling, then that's when you go for quarter circle back one or go for QCF 1+2. But they can't tech roll in that situation because it's a hard knockdown. They have to back roll. Let me see if I can go back to the situation. Set myself as Steve. Yeah, I'm gonna mash square. You see that? I was mashing tech roll right there. They can't tech roll after that ender. That's why that ender is good. Only thing they could do is hold back. If they hold back, they block that quarter circle back one. I mean that QCF 1+2. So it's just better to go for something that will force some frames, unless they're ducking. You know, then you can go for QCF 1+2. But you know, right here whiffed, and you could have soccer kicked. Oops. And then made him wake up into a back one. That's how you want to play that kind of a situation. Back one or a hatchet kick immediately, every single time. If you want to play with some timing, you could dash block. You could dash block and then do it. You know, play like that. You can do that. Make him get off that ground first. It's never worked for you. Yeah, it's because it's something that you have to like. It's a sequence that you have to lead up to. Like you have to do something prior. You have to make them either want to mash, or you have to give them a reason to duck. Normally people are gonna like, again, they're gonna hold back or they're going to stay on the ground. So for the most part, just soccer kick or quarter circle back one. Again, the only time you're really gonna use QCF 1+2 in that situation is if they're mashing off of that situation, which some people do. They'll backward roll and try to do hop kicks. I've had random players try to do it to me all the time. That's when you could do that. Or people that like to duck a lot because people are scared of quarter circle back one because it's such a threatening button. That's when you could do QCF 1+2 right there. So yeah, that's gonna happen. You didn't punish this. That's -10. You should have won forward this and then started your pressure. QCB1 down 2-4. We already covered. You should have micro dash right there. Okay. In that situation right there, where Steve does that, what I like to do is I like to play a game with frames because Steve is only +1 in that situation. So what I do is annoying. I just mash a while standing 3 right there most of the times, or a while standing 4, because he, even if he wants to do a back 1 right there, he can't. And if he tries to start doing highs, normally I'll just start crushing or low jabbing. Also, like again, a lot of Steve's pressure is like highs. So if you know the frames of certain situations, it give you an edge. You didn't have to block right here. Yeah, you didn't have to choose to do that. Also, anytime you heat smash, you're +2 if the heat smash hits them. So right here, you should have 1-2 checked. You should have 1-2 forward. If you were scared he was gonna duck 1-2-4, you could have did 1-2-1 and then mid checked. But 1-2-4 probably would have been the best situation right here. Yeah, I know. Only reason I know so much about the Steve matchup is because like my training partner was the Steve. But yeah, you could have basically won right here. And then there was just a final 50-50. That's how that could have went if you pressed right there. But you know, you didn't know that, so now you know. Yeah, because it's definitely your turn. +2, yeah. You're +2, so you either want to be checking with a down forward 2 if you think they're gonna duck, or you want to check with jabs. That's what you really want to do. Sometimes I'll do forward 1 +2, just because like sometimes people really like to press buttons. Let me go back a little bit more. Swallow that hit up and then just pause. Absorb the hit and then, you know, continue with your pressure. If they don't hold back, you get a guaranteed soccer kick as well. So again, just remember it's your turn. Just take your frames properly. Yeah, because you would have never got hit with that while standing 1. Then this is just 50-50. Yup, yeah. Turn stealer, that shit is great. Okay. So again, right here, Steve is only what he's not plus right here at all. People respect this and they don't have to. That's the reason he stepped right here, was because he knows he's not plus. So what you could have did, you should have while standing 3 check to track him. That's what you should have did. Only thing that he can do right here is do 1-2-1, which if he's doing that, then you can either do a down back 4, or you can crouch cancel into a down back 3 to crush whatever he's gonna do. Because if he tried to do 2-4 right there, you would have counter hit him. And what that will set up is him either trying to check you with a back 1 or a 1-2 or a 1-2-1, you interrupting that with high crushing. He's either going to want to check with mids, which by then you should be able to start doing while standing 3s and while standing 4 checks. Because normally when you're crushing with down back 3s and down back 4s, that Steve will either step or they'll start trying to do mids to check you. But he can't check you in that situation, so there's nothing to be scared of just pressing right there. So normally I will challenge that situation every single time. Yeah, didn't have to block right there. Don't hold back right there. This is the setup. It looks like a plus moves I normally respect. Yeah. That's why it's really important for you to go in and actually look at frames. If you're ever having a problem with a matchup, you need to go in and look at those frames for sure. That's actually hilarious because you're plus, he's actually minus. So yeah, in Tekken 7, this was actually 0 on block. So you actually have frame advantage here. I did not know that. So that's even better. That means he actually can't do anything but 1-2-1 to stop you. So that means that you should be while standing checking with this while standing 3 or this while standing 4 more often. Just probably not while standing 4 as much if he steps the other way, but definitely with while standing 3. Yeah, that's good. So we both learned something today. Okay. But yeah, in this situation right here, you never, ever tech roll. You never ever hold back. You always want to tech roll in this situation. If you're gonna do anything, you should hold up to stand up immediately. But the reason that's scary is because if the Steve reads you're gonna stand up in that situation, he could just Sonic Fang and you get back roll caught. I'm gonna show you that. That's what'll happen to you. Don't ever stand up in that situation. Always side roll. It's fine. It's one of those things that, you know, you have to improve on over time. But yeah, just don't tech roll in that situation. Don't hold back in that situation, and you honestly shouldn't hold up in that situation unless you know he's gonna do something slow like a running 2 or something like that, and you could maneuver around it. But yeah, just stay on the ground in this situation. Let him whiff, and then run full screen. So I can show you what that would kind of look like. That's how I would have played it. And then, you know, go back to doing whatever. Or you could just go back to neutral. If his back was right there, try to punish him on your tech roll, because he's more than likely still going to be in recovery. While running 2 with Steve has a lot of whiff recovery. Like, he's vulnerable for a very long time. Wall jump for some. Jeez. Okay. How I'm reviewing gameplay right now. Maybe if I was playing, I'd do something silly. So yeah, that's again why he's forcing this situation again, because he's trying to back row catch you. He could have killed you right there. He just went for an extra swipe for no reason. Give me a sec, I have to refind your name. The game crashes sometimes. But yeah, it's like, honestly, your gameplay isn't not bad. It's just you make small minor things, small minor mistakes. Like, you really need to take your frames. That's a very big thing with Bryan. I play King, not small. I spam. I play King as well. I love King. Can't wait for Marduk to come out. 2Q 1 G F. Okay. I'm gonna look at this other Steve game, and then I'm gonna give you a couple drills. If I can find it. Oh, it's right here. Okay.
Get ready for the next battle.
F1+2. Yeah, I really love forward 1+2. It's really a nice move. I use it to close distance sometimes, but not often because it's a high. Forward neutral 1+2 is better, but alright. So yeah, you didn't have to block right there either. This is fake. What you just did right here, this is fake. So when Steve does down forward 2 and a forward sway right there, he's -2. So what you should be doing as the Bryan player every single time is mid checking him. Every single time. Don't ever let a Steve player do this. Honestly, if he keeps doing it, forward 3 check him. That's the best thing you could do, honestly. He can't press a button right here. You should be 50-50 in him every single time you see that mid. Every single time. Never let him press that button and pressure you. Yeah, all of that. I understand why you respected the while standing 2, because he has the 2-2 extension, so that made sense for him to do this. He missed his guarantee. Damn, I say I respected that. So, yeah, you did. You could have been counter hit him. Down 4-1-2. He's -6. He can't step. I'll show you. Even if, I think even if you did something like a jab, he can't step right there. So yeah, it's just you just not checking. That's really your only problem. You're not checking. Let me put it a little bit closer. I'll do it right here. That should be a down 2 check. That should be a 1+2 check or a down 4-1 check. If you think he gonna duck, you should be doing down back 3. If you gonna step, you should like step into like a chunky mid. The QCB one was good though. I see you did step QCB one. That's not bad. Didn't take your guarantee. Okay. QCB one more. Right now, only remember to use it as a game ender. QCB one should be something that you use consistently, like throughout your pressure. Like if people aren't ducking, it's a good way of approaching. Or if you check the opponent and you back away. Oh, down forward one. You mean down forward one? Okay. For down forward one, that's going to be most of the time you're going to use down forward one. You need to be basically using it off of back one, hatchet kick, and any check that's plus. If people are stepping to your left side, that's when you use down 4-1. That's honestly one of your most important pokes. If you're not using down 4-1, that could also be a problem while your gameplay is suffering. Because that's basically your best mid check as Bryan. That is essentially your best mid check as Bryan. I would say that down 2 is Bryan's second best mid check. Because it's only guaranteed on counter hit, the full string, and the soccer kick isn't guaranteed. On counter hit, it's really good, but as far as just regular neutral purposes and what's realistically gonna happen, down 4-1 is gonna be your best mid check most of the time. (50-50). Nice. Again, right there. If he's playing with forward sway pressure, you need to be mid checking him. You need to be forcing a 50-50 on him to make him finish that string. And then when he wants to finish that string, that's when you duck it and try to launch it. What he did right here, this is a timing mix-up. He thought you were going to duck the string. That's why he did down 2-1 and the forward sway too high. But you didn't react that way. You down back 3 checked after. You should have down back 3 checked when he did down 2-1. But this is fine though, because again he can only threaten you with highs. It's a little bit risky though, because he could have did forward sway 1. And counter hit launched you, because you're doing a 16 frame low while he's +3. So you add that up, forward sway 1 comes out at 18 frames, he's +3. That means that forward sway 1 is gonna come out at 13 frames while your buttons comes out at what, 16? If I added that up correctly. 15. No, I think it comes out at 19. So yeah, that his forward sway 1 is gonna come out at 16 and your button's coming out at 16. So you get counter hit launched on the trade, which is not good for you. But you got away with it though. Yeah, not taking your frames. You're +4 right there. What you should be doing right there, you should either be checking with a while standing 4 or while standing 3. And when you got him respecting, You know, you crouch cancel and you go for a mix-up. That's how you use down back 3. Excuse me. You don't want to ever take your poke and run with down back 3 unless you're fighting against somebody that you know likes to attack a lot. He stepped. He respected it. Could have counter hit him or you could have poked him. Because he tried to catch your timing right there. Yep, again, you didn't take your frames. While standing for you +6, he jabbed. You could have down 2 right there. That's how that should have went right there. Or if you had a hard read. Oh, it's +5. Okay. Yeah. So down 2 is your best option. Yeah. And then after that down 2 hit, you should have checked him with a 3+4. That's how that situation should have went, just like that. Taking your frames is insanely important. You should have mid checked him twice right there, or you should have checked him with a mid and then checked him with a low. That's how that should have went, right? If you were to check him with a low. If you were going to check him with down back 3, should have went like that. If he mashed, you should have checked him again. Very important to check with Bryan. Like checking with any character is very, very important, but especially with Bryan, because that's how you set up timing mix-ups. That's why you see Bryan players, like, they'll do stuff like back 1 and a down forward 2-1, and then the next time they'll do something like back 1 taunt into back 1. That's because they've got you to respect. So now they're going to try and counter hit you for reacting to them not doing something that forces you to respect. Which I could go into a little depth with that later. So you should have took them frames. That was a good check, but you didn't take your frames. If you had a feeling he was gonna sway like that, you should have quarter circle back 1. Or you should have QCF 1+2. Yep. Oops. What would you do right here? Oh, QCB 1 whiz, huh? Interesting. Let's see what option hits from there. I think 3+4 will whiff too. I guess that's the mind game that he was playing with you then if you tried to check him. Which that's fine, because it adds another layer to the mind game. If he's respecting your frames, and he starts trying to choose evasive options, that's when you try to use your longer range options. Like, one thing I know you could have did is like forward 4. If he's swaying away from you. Jesus. Oh, I see when it happens. You mash up though. That's how you could have checked him right there. Yeah, that's why. My fault. That was me. You could check him with QCB1 right there. I was like, I know that works. Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah, that's how you should have checked him right there. QCB1'd him right in his face as soon as he tried to sway away. Okay. Yeah. You never go for slow stuff like that versus Steve's. No, it's fine. It's fine. It happens. I mash a lot too. It's just how you mash. That's all. So right there, again, you should have down 2 check. He's -3 at the back 1. The way this mind game is played is he's either going to do back 1 into an option that stops you from crushing, which is what he did right here. Steve players will normally do that when Bryan players are doing stuff like down back 3 or ducking to get out of what the fuck just happened? Now I've never seen this mode before. Okay, I don't know what the hell that was, but yeah. They will normally do that kind of a sequence. They'll do that to set a sequence like that up. So what you need to do is either when Steve does back one, you need to be jab checking or mid checking. If you're not jab checking, then check with a low to try to force him to duck or to force him to do that slow mid. And when you make him do that slow mid, that's when you need to start going for chunky counter hits. Chunky mid counter hits. So yeah, back one, he's -3. He has that armor. If you do jabs right there, the armor, it'll be stopped. I gotta go back a little bit more. Yeah, right there. It'll check that slow button too. Yeah. Oh, you got hit with that. I didn't notice that. Well, if that was the case, you should just armored. It was just how you mashed right there. That's all. Oh, something that I did offset it right there. That was weird. But yeah, you understand. If he's doing the armor, do lows. If he's doing the slow mid, do a counter hit launching mid. That's about it. Or a low. Because you could have mashed right there. Yeah, I saw the replay was bugging. I don't know why. Alright, cool. So he's -10 right there. This was fake right here. When Steve does this right here, he does forward 2-2. He's -10. So you should be punishing that right there. Only way he can stop from that happening is going into stance and swing, which if he does that, then you could check him with lows. Back one, because he can't do that. That was fake. That was him testing your matchup knowledge. You should have counter hit launched him, did 1+2, or whatever you wanted to do right there. You know, that's how that should have went. You can see the frames for yourself. I leave the frames of his side on. See your +10. +7. You stepped on your frames again. Right there again. You gotta check. It makes sense to respect in certain situations. It's not that you're respecting too much, as you're respecting in the wrong situations. That's the problem. So, okay. Forward 3. Oh, hold on. What happened? I went back too far. Okay. Oh, he's still trying to count me as that. Okay, I see. So yeah, right there. Look at this already. Should have back one checked right there. You stepped in, then you did a back one. You should have did another back one right there because you're +7. That's how that situation should have went as well. If you didn't want to do something slow, you should have 3+4 checked or forward 3 checked. I don't know why I was bugging with the replay, but in that situation, you should have took your frames again. Yeah, back one, 3+4, or back one into 3+4, or back one into a low check. That's how that should have went. That was good. Normally want to step the other way because you're stepping away from Steve's back one. I never want to step to Steve's left. That's dangerous. Never want to approach with slow stuff like this either. If you're going to approach and you're going to take that risk, you should be approaching with just back one instead of running 3 because you're airborne. So you did forward 3, that tracked him, and then you step to the right. This could have went very bad for you if he decided to disrespect this. That's what would have happened. Ah, I see. You try to do forward 3. Okay. I see. Okay. Okay. But then that's fine because you're still doing the fast button. So yeah, that's fine. You did the back 2 a little slow. You don't got a micro dash right there. You could have just did the back 2 forward, the back 2 to forward 4 immediately. Yeah, did it immediately. Oh, I guess that combo link didn't work here. Wouldn't work here. Yeah, you could have killed her here, I believe. Or came close to it and then put him in another 50-50. It's like little small things like that are good to know because then you string out the match and then you risk the possibility of losing. You still got it, but you worked harder than you needed to. See, while standing 4, you got the read on the high. You have the read on the high, but you're not taking those frames and you still stepping the wrong way. It's gonna happen. That made sense for you to back away. That was good. He thought you was gonna, yeah, you don't challenge right there. In that situation, this is one of the main buttons that you actually do need to respect when Steve throws it out because he has the mid. He can cancel it. He can cancel the stance and just go into standing and take the frames and just do back 1 or down forward 1. Excuse me. So this is just not a button that you really want to be pressing on unless you have snake eyes. You can forward 1+2 through it, or you can armor. Really the only way you want to be mashing, or you can low jab, but that's about it. You tried to kill him. You had to read, just didn't get the full sidewalk. Yep, didn't take your frames. So right here in that kind of situation, you just do jab in a 1-2. Jab in a 1-2 or jab in a down forward 2. That's how you stop Steve from doing back 1 on your minus on your only +1, because there's a couple situations where Bryan isn't really that plus. Or again, if he's doing highs, you can do jab in a down back 3. To stop him from pressing on your button. You know, that's how that should have went. Oops, sorry. And then you check him with another mid. Or you do down forward 2 check, or you jab and you step. Oh, Steve's jab has tracking. You can also backdash. Try to make him whiff and then punish him. The back one does have a lot of recovery. So I would just try to check with high crushing jab strings. Or you can just do 1-2 string. You don't stagger your strings enough. If people are mashing on your jab, another thing you can do is instead of just jabbing by itself, you stagger 1-2. That way there's a counter hit launching threat if they press. That way you're not working off a plus frame pressure, you're working off a stagger pressure too, which is another thing you're not doing often. So you try to take your frames right there. He ducked. That's why I was saying, you know, you check with mids too. Yep. If you did jab and a down forward 2 right here. Not right there. That was a good challenge right there. and then you did down forward 2, you would have been +6, and then he would have had to eat another check. Something like that. Probably again would have took your frames with another mid though. Like that. Or with a forward 3. Yeah, never want to do no slow stuff. This is earlier today. I still wasn't using my jabs, but I remember my play style a bit. Even had some good games. That's good. Ooh. Yeah. Gotta take them frames. It's like you're not confident when you're doing certain things. If you did jab in the down forward 2 check. Anytime you get a step like this, if you're not ready to launch it, you need to at least 1-4. If something whiffs in your face and you weren't expecting it to like whiff, you weren't expecting a whiff, you need to react to those whiffs with 1-4. Right? If you're expecting something to whiff, you need to jet upper it. Jet upper it or down forward 1 string it. Down forward 2-1 it. 3+4 it, but you need to do a big punish if you expect something to whiff. But if you're not expecting something to whiff, you need to try to 1-4 it or down forward 2-1 it, or just go for a 50-50, or you go for a hatchet kick or something. You know, get some frames. So yeah, you never throw the string away. That's why he mashing on it right there. But the thing is, this is kind of like a very high level elite thing that he's doing right here. I don't know if you're noticing. He has a delayed reaction to your down forward 2 stagger because he's respecting it. That means that if you did down forward 2-3 right here, he's not going to get counter hit. That means you have to do down forward 2 into another button, like a forward 3 or something faster. Let's see. So you would have probably had to do down forward 2 and a down 2. This is because this is a Steve player, and they normally react to strings not being finished with back 1. You could have did that, or you could have delayed this down forward 2-3. See if you could catch him pressing. But you needed to play off of this because you threw it out. It's like you're never playing off of your staggers, which is a big thing with Bryan. Could have did something like that. You could have did down forward 2 into 1-2. Took your frames. Like that's how you're supposed to play with Bryan. You know, check and then keep your frames rolling. When they hit and when they get blocked, when something gets blocked, you either play stagger mind games or you just do nothing. That's where the mental frame advantage comes in. Because he giving you the respect right here. He not mashing immediately. He backdashed, he inched backward, and then back 1. You could have counter hit him right there. So you normally don't want to do this. You see how much health he has? Going in the heat because you need the advantage is fine. But you never want to go in the heat when the opponent has full life like this and just throw your heat away. What you should have did, if you needed something, you should just did 3+4-2. Because 3+4-2 would have put you in a better situation because you still would have had the threat of heat. He's full screen, now you got to work again. So you got to run back in. You got snake eyes, but you don't got no threat of a launcher. When you go in the heat, the immediate biggest threat that you have is Bryan is quarter circle 4-1+2 hitting because it's a range 3 launcher. If you go in the heat and you throw that away, you've already probably thrown away a possibility of your comeback. You never want to do that. Should sidestep. And then you should try to run into a 50-50. That's how that should have went. If you had a hard read, honestly, you know, and then you keep your frames, you know what I mean? Play like that. Instead, you just threw it away. You don't do that. If it was a breakable floor, you know, then that would have been good, but not in this situation. So yeah, you're respecting right there when you don't have to. Which you know now. So 0 in that situation. You still could have did while standing 3. He's minus. You didn't need to step, but you read that. That was good. Good 3 + 4 2. So you did it right there. That's what you should have did from the start. Yeah. Didn't take your frames. He mashed on that hatchet kick. If you just checked him with a mid or you did a high crush, you would have got that, and that would have been the 3rd round. That would have been it. But you jabbed, you sidestep, blocked, and you did a slow button, which you never want to do against Steve at range 1. You don't ever want to do too many slow moves close range. If you're gonna do something slow, it should be from mid range. Yep, back 1. You can't do back 1 often in this matchup. Especially seeing you got counter hit. I wouldn't be going for back 1 versus this player right now. I would be trying to force him to respect with fast buttons until I feel like he's gonna stand there long enough for me to do a back 1. And then I will probably only do it once, or maybe twice. And then I probably will go back to not doing it again. Because it's such a slow button. So you crouch cancel into a back 3. He been stepping this whole time. So if you was gonna step into something, it should have been something that had some tracking, like a hatchet kick, 1 + 2, dash in into like a 3 + 4 or something like that. Something to track though. Didn't punish that. You could jet up or punish that right there. He had a read you was gonna do a high, but you jabbed into block, which was good. You should have launched this, or you should have down forward 2-1'd it. You should have punished this though. Going in the heat burst right there, that was not good. That was not a good choice. Sidestep forward 3. You still stepping the wrong way, but he's stepping with you, so I'm guessing you had a read on that. Miss input. So I see, you were supposed to win that. Just messed up your jet upper. And then you needed it, yeah. Okay. I'll see. Let me try to see a match. I want to see a match where I want to see how you play when you have the advantage on the opponent. More, I want to see what you're doing in the games where you're dominating. After this, I'm gonna go to practice with you in FroM, show you some drills that you could practice. Yeah, if that ever happens like that, you can only do up forward 2-2-3. That's why sometimes in this situation, I'll just do 1-4-3. Because you can't really get the whole combo. So yeah, right here, 1-4-3, it's gonna splat him on another wall, and then you try to dash into a taunt setup. Oops. Let me see, what movement did you do to make it hit like that? Yeah, now I would have went for a taunt setup right there. If the 1-4-3 was whiffing, I would have just went for 1-4. I do that a lot. And then just try to go for a taunt back 4. Even just doing 1-2. Nice step. In this situation, you can do it. Yeah. See, you still not checking. He's -8 right here. You should be doing a back 1 right there to take your frames. Jet upper is still technically a check, but you're not getting anything from it. He's not going. No one's gonna mash at -8. So best thing for you to do is to check with a back 1 or do a hatchet kick. If you don't want to do a hatchet kick because it's Kazuya, you get launched. Yeah, I understand. You just do a down 4. Down 4, do a down 3. Or dash block in his face and try to catch his timing with a 3+4. Or a back 1. Good check. So yeah, when people are playing like this, 3+4 is good, but I don't like the 3+4 when people are doing what he's doing right now. He's not trying to actually play you where you're comfortable. He's either trying to make you whiff or he's trying to counter hit you. So best thing for you to do, if you're gonna do any counter hit launcher, it should be back 1. You want to stick close to players like this. Don't want a 3+4 often because he's just gonna try and run away from you. Either push him to that wall with the use of quarter circle back 1, or you need to be back 1 and to keep him close to you. Yeah, he should have been on that wall. Yeah, see, it's like you're not confident. Right there, you should have 50-50. Right there. QCF 1+2, dash in, hatchet kick. You're +13 right there. Or +1, I guess, off of their tech roll. That's enough. That's enough for you to run in and do something. I'll normally run in and down forward 4 checks. People like to step. But you need to be 50-50. Good block. I'll call out. So that's good. Best thing you could do in a situation like this is just do, because you give yourself the opportunity to kill him. So basically now what you would have to do, you either hit him with a taunt back 4 or go into heat so that you can get snake eyes. Normally what I like to do, I like to just do 3 hits right here instead of doing the whole string. Like, I know it's a lot of damage, but yeah, see, at that point, let me see. I want to see what you did first. Yeah, you worked a lot more than you needed to. You could have been ended this. If you just do 3 hits, you keep your snake eyes, right? Instead of expending it all like that. If he's staying on the ground, then you down 3+4 or you down back 3. Make him stand up. I don't normally like doing all of the hits, because then you put him in a 50-50. If he stands up, you still got 3+4 too. Yep, right there. Should have mid checked him. That should have been a down 2. And if you saw that down 2 hit, you should have confirmed the 3, or you should have did down 2 and then checked him with a back 1 or a low. He shouldn't have got that dick jab off. Okay. Late reaction to the hit, and it happens. While standing 1, you got it. Okay. All right. I see what the problem is. So,
ready for the next
okay.
battle.
First drill. Actually, let me turn this audio off right quick. The first drill I'm gonna give you that is gonna help you is gonna be one that helps your reactions or realizing when something hits and when it doesn't hit. So you know when to take your frames, because you have to take your frames. I'm gonna also show you what your frame trapping options are, and it should help your checking. But it's up to you to do it. It's up to you to do it. First thing you want to do, press options. You want to set the bot to random block. Both actions are going to be set to random block. None of these other settings down here matter. Okay, I don't like all of this stuff being on the screen, but I'll leave the frames up so that you can see. So what you're going to do is you're going to go in and you're going to throw out checks, right? What you would be using to essentially take your frames with Bryan. And then what you're going to do is when it hits, you're going to take your frames. And when it is blocked, you're going to do nothing. Just like this. So if you see 1-2 hit, you need to take your frames with a forward 3. Or you take your frames with a back 1. If 1-2 is blocked, then you need to do nothing. It's the first drill. It's going to help you improve recognizing when things hit and taking your frames when you need to. It's very important. When you're +8 in this situation, you're +8 if down 2 hits. So you need to be taking those frames properly. If back 1 hits, you're +7. So you can do another back 1, or you could 3+4. That's your drill. That's the first drill. It's a very helpful drill. The first poke you should be doing this with though is 1-2. I said 1-2. My bad. Down 2. Down 2 if it's blocked. Hold back. See it hit 3+4 immediately. Okay. This is gonna train that response. Very, very important. Let me take this back off. Next thing you need to do, because you're not mid checking like enough when it's your turn, right? Off of back 1, there's a couple things you need to do. It's a basically the way back 1 pressure works with Bryan is you're either going to be doing back 1 and taking your frames with a mid check like this, taking your frames with a low, taking your frames with a homing move to stop moving because they don't want to sit there and either eat that low or eat that mid, or you're going to go for trying to catch their timing, right? So for another one of the drills you need to start practicing is back 1 into mid check. It's very simple. Just when you go into practice, probably like however long you ever played the game, probably 10 minutes before you hop off the game, just take a little bit of time and just do this like 50 times. Back 1 mid check to kind of drill it in your brain. That way you don't got to think about it when you win a fight. It comes to you naturally. You don't got to think about it. Back 1 down 2. Back 1 down 2. Back 1 down 2. Back 1 down 4-1 is fine as well. Right? Whatever you want to use as your mid check. Just drill that into your head. That way you're taking your frames. That's really the majority of what you need to do. I think just those 2 drills alone will help you, because I saw a lot of opportunities where you just did not take your frames, and you could have destroyed your opponent if you just threw out that forward 3, or that down forward one. Let's see. I don't know if you understand what mental frame advantage is. Do you understand what mental frame advantage is? You know, mental frames. Okay. That's really, really important as well. Because outside of plus frame pressure, you know, when you're checking, you're very minus on all of your pokes outside of down 2 and 1, 2. So that's another thing that you need to get used to doing as well. More in match. Like you never, I didn't see you finish any down forward 1 string. I didn't see you finish any down forward 1 string, any down forward 2 string, any down 2 string. Even your safer strings. Like if you're scared of people blocking these and punishing you, that's what you have the safer counter hit launching strings for. Like down forward, not down forward 1, like 1, 2, and down forward 1 doesn't counter hit launch from extensions. But if any of these hit, you know they're already guaranteed. I'm pretty sure you already know that. But these are mind games that you can force just from throwing out these strings often, right? And it's very, very strong because these are situations that you can force consistently from back 1 or hatchet kick or just your jab. Because what I'll do a lot is I'll just check with 1, 2, down forward 2, and down forward 1, and I'll play timing mix-ups off of those buttons. It's either going to be just down forward 1 to the string, down forward 1 into a low, down forward 1 in the back 1, and you create pressure like that off of them being scared to press. I really like doing it off of 1, 2 a lot because 1, 2 is the safest one. You can always just throw this out. If they're respecting the 1, 2, you can steal your turn back with a back 1. That works a lot. 1, 2 and a down 4. What's up, bro? 1, 2 and a down back 3. 1, 2 and the movement into a counter hit launcher. You can also use your movement as well, you know, when you're plus. And off of your stagger strings, right? That's why I snake dash sometimes. Like it looks silly, but that's why I do that, to try and catch people's timing. But yeah. I feel like really that's it. Like you don't go for your counter hit tools a lot. Like you'll check with down forward 2, but you're not really playing any mind games and you're not taking your frames enough. That's all. So yeah, just work on that. You'll get better. Let me see. I think when I started, I got too off track and focused on the taunt things. Because you can do taunt jet upper. That's a good. But haven't got many chances to do it at all. I realized. Yeah, you have to actually learn the character. Because what I did was I learned the character and then advanced to learning those harder things. Which is normally what you want to do. Yeah, because you said you don't use down forward 1. And I was like, whoa. Whoa. You know, this is a godsend of a button right here, especially if people are stepping to your left, which is your weak side. You don't step Bryan to the right because that's your strong side. That's where 3+4 hits. That's where back jet upper hits, back 4 hits. So you need something to track that other side. Down 2 and down 4-1 are the only buttons that you have that track that way. So that's why you need those buttons. Also, like again, maybe you're playing against someone that's really defensive. You could check with your lows too. You know, you have really good lows that you're not using. Down back 3 and down 4 are like essentially hatchet. Down back 3 and down 4 are your 3 top lows. Down 3+4 is cool. The cancel low is alright. I'll throw it out sometimes. Or work off the thread of the expectation of it. But yeah, make sure you do. But definitely, you know, just try to focus on checking And when you throw out back one, actually having a plan off of what you're going to do after your back one. I mean, the thing is, like, the way you want to play against Bryan for the most part is like, if you're stepping him to the right, like, I don't know. Oh, you're right. You're right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That is the way you want to step him. My fault. You don't want to step Bryan to the left. My bad. I mean, you don't want to step the other way. Yeah. That was my fault. You're stepping the right way. You're stepping the right way. You don't want to step to Bryan's right, is what I meant to say. You want to definitely step to the right. Your right. Not my right. You want to step to my left. But yeah. People are going to want to step that way. That's why you need down 2 and down 4 to 1, because they track that way. My bad. I said it wrong. But yeah. Keep those things in mind and you should be fine. Was there anything else though that you needed help with? You're the largest player? That's dope. Bishop Connor. I think I remember your name. I'm pretty sure I remember your name. Yeah, yeah, I remember you. I remember you. That's what's up. You found the stream. I appreciate you for tuning in. So you're a really good teacher. Thank you. I just try to help where I can. But yeah, QCB1 is good, but most of the time I use this, I would just use this to track people because it has good tracking. If you make it realign, it's really fast. Like if people are stepping off of back one, sometimes I'll realign by backdashing and throw out QCB1. That'll track people stepping both ways. That's if they step to the left. This is if they step to the right. It will track both ways. That's normally how I'll use it. But the way that I recommend to use QCB1, since I saw that you are going to use it, is in tandem with back one, because QCB1 is going to make people duck. So I'll like annoy people with it. I'll throw it out on different timings. I add movement to it, and then when they want a fuzzy and duck the high, that's when I go for back one or 3+4. Yeah, you're unsure of what you're doing. Yeah, I understand. I've been there as a Bryan player for sure, because there's like you don't have a lot of buttons that you're going to really be using. It's really the same amount of buttons that you're going to be threatening people with every single time. So you have to go in with a plan. Basic way I could break it down to you is you're either going to go mid check, my bad, not mid check, back one or hatchet kick into a mid check. Back one or a hatchet kick into another back one or a hatchet kick. If they're stepping, you can do back one into 1+2 or 4-4-4. Stop their lateral movement. You do back one into whatever movement that you prefer. I like to dash block and to try and catching people's timing. You could do taunt and try to catch their timing. Because what that does is people are expecting you to do a mid check, right? If you're doing stuff like that, it makes people want to respond on the delayed timing because they know they can't mash. You do something like this, they can't press. So what that's going to do is going to set them up for being counter hit on the delayed timing, because what they're going to do, and I'll practice this on myself so you can actually visually see it. They're going to react to that you didn't frame trap, and then they're going to try to press a button. That's why stuff like this works. Actually, I'll do it with back one, actually. Okay. So I can't mash. I'm going to force myself to respect this timing, right? So if I press a button, it'll check me every single time. So if I try to respond on a delayed timing to react to the fact that he hasn't down two'd, I have a really fast response to it. Then you'll get counter hit. And this is the thing. If people are like responding with fast buttons, you can just change the speed of your buttons that you're throwing out to try and counter hit them. This is like a very advanced thing. The way that I broke it down to myself about a year ago is Bryan has 3 counter hit launchers that he's going to try and catch your timing with. It's no coincidence that they're all different frame buttons. If you watch low high play, he'll do this. Dash block back one, dash block back one, dash block back one. And then when he thinks that you're going to react to it, he'll do dash block and a forward 3. And the reason that's working is because people will speed up their delayed reaction when they realize that you're going to do something that is slow. Sometimes people can adjust to your timing, basically, is an easier way of saying it. So if you're doing something like this and people start reacting to that timing, even if you're checking, like if you're playing against a law player, they might just magic for you or like jab string you on a reaction to that, right? When stuff like that is happening, you choose a faster counter hit launcher. So back one is 20 frames, 3 plus 4 is 18 frames. So if they're reacting to you doing stuff like back one in the dash block like that, even if they're expecting that mid check and you know you can catch their timing, just choose a faster button to try to catch their timing with. That's why you see sequences like this work in tournament level of play. That's why these sequences work. And there are people that have even faster reactions than that. Like sometimes they'll mash immediately. See, I'm not one of those people though. I'm actually trying to react to the frame trap not happening. I can't do it. This is what makes Bryan scary, because it makes people feel like they can't press on an immediate timing and they can't press on the delayed timing either. You see that? I hope that makes sense. I know it's a lot, but I hope that makes sense. Because at least the way that I look at the game, everything is broken down into segments of timing. If you do back one into a frame trap, that's a specific timing. There's a window there that the opponent has to respect. It's like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. And then it throws that it throws that timing off. So that's why people get counter hit with sequences like that. Yeah, I'll make sure I keep it up for you. But yeah, that's why people get hit with sequences like that. And that's like, when you look at, I hope that like this explanation for the most part, I'm pretty sure it's going to help like you understand higher level Bryan play a little bit more. That's why Knee will do stuff like this, because people are expecting stuff like that, right, to stop people from mashing. Because again, like I said, all Bryan is your plus frame into a mid check or a low check or homing move, something to stop the opponent from doing anything that's not holding back. And then you timing mix. That's why you see Bryan players do all this crazy taunting and then they do a back one. That's all it is. Same thing with mid checks, with stagger strings. You throw out your stagger string, or you do your stagger string into a counter hit launcher. That's it, because it throws off that timing. That 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. And that's where people get counter hit. So that just gave you that is a lot of information, but that should hopefully help. Was there anything else that I could help you with though, or was that it? one more thing. It's short. Just wall carries. Wall carries off of what specifically? What launcher? Oh, you're meaning like what to use at the end of combos to get wall carry? As in if I'm quite close to the wall. If you're quite close to the wall, it depends on how close. Sometimes 1-4 is good, but if you're really, really close to the wall, like say you hit the opponent with like something like you're really, really close to the wall, down back 2 is usually the best option. But so you did a combo. Let me see how far I could bring myself from the opponent, in the opponent from the wall. I'll do something short. In a situation like that, I would do down back 2, right? That was what, 3 jumps away from the wall? Maybe I did something like, maybe I was 3, 4, 5 jumps away. Three, 4, 5. I would do something like that. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Then I do something that pushes them a little bit closer to the wall. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I do quarter circle back 2, 4. Then I do something like that. It's all dependent on the range. You have to kind of decide that yourself, depending on your trust and how close that wall is, what kind of splat you think you're going to get, how many hits in the combo, and how realistic it is based on how many hits you did in the combo that you're going to be able to get a full combo on the wall. Like, I don't know, maybe you did like a really long combo. You probably want to do something like that, right? And then run full screen. If you're far away, you know, QCF forward 1, 2, you could basically always hit the wall. I ain't gonna lie, I'm not gonna lie to you, unless it's a super open stage like this. But in most cases, you know, you can get the wall. In that situation, I would probably have to do 4, 1, 2 have more carry than, but yes, definitely it does. A lot more. Cause it just shoots them straight forward. Like, you see that? It shoots them full screen. Back 3 forward sway 2, 1 shoots them away pretty far as well, but just not as far. You'd have to do more filler in the combo. And then always, you know, the ender can always drop that ending part right there. That's why I never really trust that ender if I'm trying to get carry. That's why a lot of the times you'll see me just end my combos with back 3 in a forward sway. You see? 3, 4. It's like this blade of grass over here. Because, like, again, the way that ender is if you have a lot of filler in the combo, it'll carry far. You see that? You see how it didn't carry? But if I did quarter circle forward 4-1-2, it more than likely will hit the wall. See? Did the same combo, different ender. It just reaches a lot farther. I'm waiting for the stream to catch up. But yeah. Yeah, it drops a lot. That's again why, like, if I do a long combo, that's why I'll just end my combos with back three and then dash into taunt Oki, because the back three forward sway 2-1. If it whiffs, that ender whiffs, you're not getting that carry. That's why sometimes it's just better to go for 2-2, or just do back three and do nothing, or ender combos with down back two. That's something that you would do back in Tekken 7. If you did a really big combo, you just enter combo with down back two, and then you just dash into taunt. Oh, that was back too far. Let me take myself back to the middle of the stage. Like in this combo right here, I don't ever go for that ender because it's just not worth it. If you hit it, it gets a lot of carry. Yeah, like I'll go for the ender if I'm confident that I can make the dash. But there are just some times where it just will whiff. If you're closer to the right of the enemy or your opponent, it will hit more consistently. But if you're off just a little bit too far to the left, that extra hit that last hit, which is going to give you the wall carry, will whiff. So I don't do it. I just do that and then I go for Oki. Oh, okay. Yeah. Huh? You gonna cook the food? Oh, you can eat the rest of the jambalaya in there. No, I don't want it. You can have it. Okay, well, I'll eat it. Then just put it in the bowl for me. Yeah, okay. Okay. It was almost time to go. Yeah. Oh, no. No, we can have jambalaya. That's fine. Yeah. I'll hop in the training now. Yeah, I'm happy that helps. Just really practice those drills. Oh, let me turn the audio back on. I'm gonna stream for a little bit longer, and then I unfortunately do have to go. Not just yet, though. I'll more than likely play a couple more games. But yeah, if this is well received, I can definitely do more of these reviewing streams. I know there's a lot of Bryan players on my channel that have been struggling. They reached out to me. Definitely would help all y'all if I could. much I can, but that is, again, that's up to if y'all want that on the channel or not.
Get ready for the next battle.
Hey man, love is love, bro. I appreciate whatever you send my way. It's King. Alright.
Round one. Fight. Round two. Fight. Round three. Fight. Round one. Fight. Round two. Fight. Round three. Fight. Get ready for the next battle. Get ready for the next battle. Round one. Fight. Round one. Fight. Get ready for the next battle. Get ready for the next battle. Round one. Fight. Get ready for the next battle. Get ready for the next battle.
Since we were talking about Steve, this will work as a good example if I can do this properly. That was nice. Yep. Take your frames, timing mix up, small token. He wants to play inside like that with back one and sways and just don't commit to anything big. Alright, I did one back one, I'm not gonna do it again. Yep, took my frames, it's fine. Counter hit on straight. That's fine. Happens. He's playing aggressive. Ah, I got clipped. Ah, misinput, that was down 4. Happens. Oop. I should have down 2 checked him. He does it again. Okay. Nice. Small Tekken. Like, it's a matchup that's against you, but you can win if you just play small mind games with him. How do you do while standing moves when you're waking up? Mash, tech roll, hold back, and then when you're tech rolling during your immunity frame, start pressing 3. Okay. Yep. Check him properly. That was a good check. I'm not really doing nothing big. I'm just, again, sticking that down forward 1 in his chest. That's it. That's it. Just every single time. Every time he does a forward sway, I'm baiting that high. Yep. That was a counter hit. Yep, bait that high. Just look up my player ID. Nice, so he threw it out again. That was good. Nice check. Yep, see? That happens right there. I did something slow. I tried to catch his timing. He threw out a back on a reaction. Yep, I went for it again. I backdashed. I should have just threw it out immediately. Nice. I didn't check him properly. Timing mix up. Remember I was talking about that? This is a god of destruction, right? I'm playing against. I'm showing you this. Works at every level of play. If you want to look up my gameplay, you want to see my matches, I will, oh, you got me some food? Thanks, babe. Oh, you too. Here's my, actually, what I can do is I can make a post and I'll put my player ID out there. So I will, I'll put it in the community tab today before I leave to, go do what I gotta do. And, you could look back at my gameplay and, you can see for yourself. Because everything that we talked about is everything that I just did in that matchup. This is a max rank Steve player. Ugh. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to do. Someone wants to play with me right now. Someone wants to play me right now, so I'm gonna see if they're still on. But yeah. Oh, you found me? Okay. Well, I made the post anyway. It's up. Here, I'll... I think his name is the same. It's none of those. Oh. I'll just send him the invite. How's the Yoshi matchup? Thanks, babe. You okay? There's something you wanted to do? Okay. It's still good. Thank you. Hey. So you, my bad about that. You said how's the Yoshi matchup? I don't really like the Yoshi matchup in this game. For the main reason is because I can't stop him from flashing how I did in the last game. Bryan is a pressure character, and you can't really pressure Yoshi because he doesn't have to respect your frames. He can spin out of your frames, he can flash, he can low jab, regular sidestep, armor. He doesn't have to ever respect anything you do. So you have to play in that matchup a certain way. Like if you do back one, the only thing you can really stop him from flashing with is like 1-2 or doing up 4. But if Yoshi hop kicks, he'll crush your jabs and he'll float your orbital. So it forces you to give up your frames more than you would have to if you were ever playing against anyone else. It's very much a pain in the ass, but it is what it is. Oh, it hit me. In this matchup, I feel like it's just best to poke. And try to keep him away from me. And try to just take my damage and run. Yeah, see. Okay. I didn't get my hatches, kind of laggy. I didn't see if he was on Wi-Fi or not. He might be on Wi-Fi. Yeah, I'm gonna have to change the way that I play, or he's gonna end up killing me eventually. That's insane. Yeah, I remember this guy. This is one of my friends from T7. He has a really weird play style. I haven't played him since 7. Yep. So yeah, anytime I'm plus, it's essentially a mix-up of if I do the high, he's gonna hop kick, he's gonna spin. If I try to do jabs, flash is like 6 frames. Yeah, you're correct. It made sense. Nice. No QCF 1+2. I didn't get it. Excuse me. Yep. That's an example of the QCB1 tracking I was talking about if you realign. Since he keeps spinning and I don't want to get close to him, I'm trying to use long range options to whiff punish or clip him. Normally I don't try to step it. Yep, you see that shit right there? Yeah. Because if you're even within like any kind of vicinity to that button, you can be hit. I haven't labbed if you can step it both ways, but I normally step to the right. Whichever way there's more, whichever way there's more room away from him is normally the way that I'll step. I'll never just always step one way. I should have watched Standing 3 again. Oh, fair. Fair, I ran in recklessly. Oh, I ducked, didn't give it to me. Oh, I am. You okay, babe? I believe I do. That's awesome. I should do the partial charge. Yeah, he's trying to play mind games with Flash. One thing that he's doing that isn't real is the Flash into something else. I tried to launch him before and he spun out of it. That's because of delay. Nice. It's very laggy, so I'm probably just gonna play a few more with him, and then I'm more likely gonna end the stream. Yep. He knows it's not going to hit me just like by itself like that. Yep. Yep. Because he knows I have to change my timing in order to stop him from flashing. That's what's so annoying about the Yoshi matchup. Yep. You just spin out of everything. Yep. I understand now. Yep. I understand. I'll just take the risk with it. Oh, really? And that lag. I have not learned a single taunt back four. Alright, bro, thanks for tuning into the stream. Happy I could help you. Yeah. Yeah, he's always gonna spin after his frames. That's my bad. Yeah. That was a hatchet kick. Yep. Yeah.
Oh, that's why you're fine. You just took that out. You took it off of
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Oh, it's not what that was misinput. I tried to do down forward 4. I wish he didn't get a misinput because I tried to do an orbital. Really now? Okay. He's been playing me since T7 and he always does that against me, like it's ever going to hit me unless I get counter hit. That's fair. You need something, babe? I can't get my micro dashes. Yep. Oh, he killed himself. Oh. Anyway, GG's to him. No, I'm fine. Thanks for everybody that tuned in to the stream. I'll probably do another late night stream tomorrow. But until then, I'll see y'all.